This is Halloween, Honest Trailer Commentaries. What's up? Welcome to Honest Trailer Commentaries. It's not that Halloween movie, it's this Halloween movie, known as Halloween.
That's not even a Halloween movie, but that's a whole other show.
That's a whole other thing. That's Dan Murrell. That's Joe Starr.
It's a Thanksgiving movie. You watch it exactly between
that one tree.
Halloween and Christmas.
Yeah. We're doing Honest Trailer Commentaries. We're talking about the Honest Trailer for Halloween. If you stick around, you'll see a little things that we cut from this one, and some cut jokes, and some things that didn't make it in. But until then, we're going to talk about Halloween, the movie, and the Honest Trailer.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Why are you talking like Jerry Seinfeld?
I don't know. What's the this guy? He's why is he slashing when he's mostly actually choking women in this movie? He's really not doing much slashing at all.
If I was strangling someone, I wouldn't call me a slasher.
What's the deal with babysitters? What does he have against the babysitter? She seems to be letting him do whatever he wants. On that night, they're carving jack-o'-lanterns. They're watching scary movies. What's the big deal? Should we talk about Halloween, the actual thing, or just
No,
get
go with
going?
this. For as long as you can.
Yeah, it's a good movie. This is a tough one. There's not much to say about the movie that you don't already know. It's the OG slasher flick. It's great.
Lean, it's mean.
Yeah.
I love this movie.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best movies ever made. People laugh at me when I say that. I don't care. I think it's true.
It's a good-ass movie.
I think it's definitely one of the most influential movies ever made in the American film history, and it's one of my favorites. This is the kind I saw this when I was a teenager, and this is the kind of movie I love to watch with my friends. Like, I would sit down with my friends and watch this movie and watch them find Michael like in the backgrounds and stuff, which was always fun.
The inspiration for Where's Waldo?
Yeah,
Is a fact I just made up.
Yeah.
It's like, is it? That'd be a good movie.
That'd be a good book. Where's Michael?
Where's Michael? I want a
sheets.
Waldo movie adaptation where it's just different shots of crowds. That's the movie. There's no plot. It's literally just actively finding him.
Sounds very peaceful.
Yeah, be a good Zen thing.
What's your Halloween hot take, Joe?
Oh, man. This is a great score by John Carpenter.
Yeah.
Really good score. I wish he would... I'd be totally down for him to just randomly score some movies now. Like, I don't think I'm going to get my wish of him directing, like, a Marvel movie or anything anytime soon. But it would be cool if he just scored one. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's. I wouldn't hold your breath. I read an article. I wasn't able to work into the trailer, but I found it very relatable of John Carpenter saying, basically, like, I don't want to make movies. I just want to play video games and watch basketball.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what?
right.
Hell yeah, man.
Good for you.
Hell yeah.
I feel like this movie now suffers from, because with the new one coming out, I got a lot of people, read a lot of comments and a few people tweeting me saying, like, I watched the first Halloween and I don't get what the big deal is.
Yeah.
And it's I call it the Citizen Kane problem, where people watch a movie that was so groundbreaking when it came out and inspired so many movies that the movies that it inspired then took the things that this movie invented and turned them into tropes, that when a modern audience goes back and watches this movie, they just see the tropes without knowing that it invented those things and did them so well that
like
other movies just knocked
trope
it
maker.
off.
I've seen there's so many movies that have come that have so much sicker kills, and you're like,
It had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
You couldn't start with the sickest kill, or there'd be nowhere to go, bro.
yeah.
But I disagree. I do think Citizen Kane is a bit of a clinical watch, even for me. It's a bit. I think that there's some really interesting things to it, but it's also very much a technical thing.
Yeah.
I still think this movie stands on its own, not just as something that invented a lot of what came after it, but I think this is still a really good movie. I know it's a little slow for some people. I get it.
No,
I love the atmosphere that it's building. I think that it's just very kind of ratcheting the tension for the third act.
It's slow the second time around. The first time, it is ratcheting up the tension. The second time, when you know when the killing starts, it's like, wow, that's a lot of teenagers doing teen things. Like, they're just going about their day, talking about boys and doing chores. Like, it takes, because the real action doesn't start until, I don't know, 60% of the way in.
But the fact that, the first time he's lurking in the background. And you're like, is now going to be? I remember the first time when she was in the laundry room washing her stuff. I'm like, oh, she's going to, this is it for her. And then no, it's just another very tension-filled thing. You know he's there, and then he's gone. Where is he? But, I agree. Probably, as with any horror movie, once you know where the jumps and the scares are, it's not as effective.
Very true. So let's watch again the Honest Trailer for Halloween. This is Halloween, Honest Trailer Commentary.
Starring
Fonz. Come and take your pick.
Before you see Halloween, the sequel to the original Halloween, but not Halloween 2, and definitely not this other movie called Halloween 2. Okay, wait, let me start over. Before you see the third Halloween 2, that's right, isn't it? Be sure to revisit Halloween, the first one, not the new one, and not the other movie called Halloween.
Good lord.
Oh, boy, this franchise is a mess. It's Halloween night in a small...
This is one of the messiest title-wise.
Yeah, when your franchise needs a flowchart, and there's a really good one of like which Halloween to watch depending on what you like.
Right.
Going on a flowchart, like, is Laurie Strode dead? Is she alive?
Yeah.
Does he pretend this didn't happen? Like,
Because there's four timelines for Halloween.
There's the zombie timeline, which is off on its own corner here. There's this new one, the new timeline, which establishes that the original movie happened, and then this one that just came out happened.
Right.
So that's the second timeline where there are only two movies.
the OG timeline.
There's the OG timeline, which is Halloween 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, where the Druids, Laurie died in a car wreck, and all that stuff. And then the fourth timeline is the Halloween H2O timeline, which counts Halloween 1 and 2, and then Halloween H2O, not the Druid stuff, and Halloween Resurrection.
Yeah.
So there are four separate Halloween timelines.
Do we want to stretch it to Season of the Witch and call it 5 Halloween timelines?
I think technically, would Halloween of the Witch count inside of the Michael Myers timeline? Because it's the Celtic stuff is in there. So I've always considered Halloween 3 to be in continuity with the OG timeline.
It was it's the Chamber of Secrets to the eventual Celtic rituals curse.
Yes, it's like a weird background thing.
Right.
I could be wrong. I'm sure there have been some other statements made, but that's how I always.
Point is, there's a lot of dumb Halloween movies out there.
There's a lot of different ways to keep track of the continuity in almost every way that you'd want to.
Yeah, it's a choose your own adventure where there's like one good answer. Okay, keep going.
Town, and everyone is horny.
Yep.
Like super horny.
I guess we should act
First
it out.
I rip your clothes off, then you rip my clothes off, then we rip Lindsay's clothes off. Yeah, I
You
think
okay,
I got
JT?
it.
I know you're joking.
No,
We're
it's
just,
only us. We're the only things on the screen.
no more
Can we show
picture-in-picture.
the trailer
We can't see
with
it
us?
anymore. It's just audio.
Oh boy.
Just us? Uh-oh. It's going to be one of those. Here we
Hey.
go. All right.
You want to take it back to the
Yeah,
beginning
let's
of
roll
this
it
section?
back. Let's just keep rolling. This is
Let's
what I
go.
love.
Let's
Yeah.
leave it
I
in.
don't need to stop. Let's just
Let
keep
the
rolling.
people see.
Let them see how the
Small
sausage is made.
Everyone is horny.
Yeah.
Like super horny.
First I rip your clothes off, then you rip my clothes off, then we rip Lindsay's clothes off. Yeah, I think I got it.
I know you're joking, but Lindsay's a child, you creep.
That's a weird joke.
I wonder if the
But
comments
this
will make
year,
the joke
a
that we
killer
cut.
is on the
We'll
loose,
see.
and he's
will.
inventing
They
or
will.
cementing every slasher
almost put it in
cliche we'll get
joke
for
we
the
cut
next
in the
40
deleted? We'll see.
years. Like wearing a creepy mask, making spooky phone
movie is a
calls,
hashtag influencer.
only targeting suburban teenagers, only letting the final virgin girl survive, and eating dogs.
Dog, he got hungry.
A lot of serial killers
Myers the only one who
kill
actually
the
eats the
dog.
dogs? Probably for the best.
They don't eat it though.
Pause. Yeah, there have been.
a timeline in this movie itself. It's a little how do I say crowded for Michael Myers to be doing all of these things.
In like a
For a
day.
gentleman who moves so slowly.
For a gentleman who moves so slowly, but then other times so quickly, to find the time to eat dogs, be all around town.
Well, you gotta have a meal at some point, because he broke out the night before.
Yeah.
He drove
150 miles.
150 miles.
Yeah.
Here's a sketch. Is him trying to buy gas?
Yeah.
Because that thing is not a Prius.
No, it's you got to figure how's he gonna. Well, yeah.
The escaped mental patient with no money. Somewhere there's either a gas station full of dead. I think he does switch cars, doesn't he?
No,
that's Loomis's car.
He kills the mechanic
Okay.
and takes his clothing, but he keeps the station wagon, the stolen.
Maybe he
station
siphoned gas.
wagon. He might have siphoned gas
one car to the other.
from that car. Maybe it had a gas can in the back of it.
Yeah.
It was a mechanic's car. The real brain twister is to try to figure out the timeline on when he stole his mask, because he has it in the beginning of the movie, And then when Laurie and her sister or her friend are driving to go babysitting, the sheriff is at the hardware store with the alarm ringing, and he's like, somebody stole some knives and a Halloween mask, which means that alarm was going off for about 7 hours, and they have the slowest responding police force in the country, which actually, when you think about it,
do we have confirmation that was Michael Myers? That could have been an unrelated hardware Halloween store robbery.
Perhaps someone else stole Halloween
I will also,
masks. Yes.
you know, also the adults are all leaving this town. So maybe the cop was like, all the other cops are off with the rest of the adults because it's an empty city on this day.
That's a cut joke. You'll see the cut.
Is there a Scream 2 multiple Myers theory?
Oh, there's another Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or
He wasn't working alone.
Yeah. Or like Star Wars, is there a bigger Myers theory, like bigger Luke?
Yeah. Well, we know that Ben Tramer was wearing the
I think about it every day.
Is Ben Tramer our owl theory? Is he the second Michael Myers?
Hoot hoot.
Right.
Big Luke, yeah.
Sorry about that.
I love fan theory.
I love me a bigger Luke.
Look up that Big Luke fan theory.
But I'm just saying, you know, enough time has passed where he missed breakfast.
Yeah, easily.
Depending on what time he unleashed all the mental asylum patients, that might have been before dinner.
They were like free range.
They were walking around.
Did he release them, or are they just
yeah.
like allowed to roam?
No, I think it's like he
broke
did
them
some
out.
bad
Okay.
things and everybody just wandered out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes you gotta eat a dog.
Sometimes you gotta eat a raw dog. Shout out to the raw dogs out there. To just, you know, get a little pick-me-up before your killing spree. That's the world we live in.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Sorry, what's that? Myers the only one who actually eats the dogs? Probably for the best.
John had some of my favorite reads. in
Before
the
Jamie
trailer.
Lee Curtis
What
was a
that?
scream queen, her mom was in Psycho,
Kind of cool.
making her a mere scream princess. Watch her goody two-shoes Laurie try to survive the night with her friend Annie, an a-hole.
Poor Lori. Scared another one away.
She's so
And
mean.
Linda,
She really
star
is.
of the drinking game. Take a shot every time Linda says
catch,
totally.
Totally, 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 totally.
Totally the best Halloween ever, you guys. You're totally the Linda the best. I love you so much. Out to kill this Babysitter's Club is Michael Myers, one of cinema's most iconic mouth breathers. Forget Instagram, cause he's stalking girls the old-fashioned way, standing in clear view of them, then somehow Batmaning into thin air when they're briefly distracted.
He's doing him running.
Yeah,
he's
just
sprinting.
A full sprint.
Yeah, he's got to jump over the hood of the car.
Start the car.
Yeah. This is the one that people debate because she doesn't look away.
Yeah.
Boogeyman is outside.
So that one's in her
Look.
head?
That's what a lot of people think.
She
right?
blinked. That's how quick he is.
Whoop.
But Michael is just a monster made by the film's real Frankenstein.
hope people appreciate my
a
correct use
psychiatrist
of
with a
Frankenstein and
very
Frankenstein's
loose
monster.
grasp
Yes.
of psychiatry.
I do.
I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up.
Who doesn't exactly follow the Hippocratic
Give up.
Oath. Really messed up this kid's face at some point.
Pause.
And
That is true. Let's go. The kid is perfectly normal
disfigured.
looking. And then what happened?
Loomis happened, Dan.
What did we
Loomis
do to
happened.
him?
The Loomis treatment happened. His
Pattinson-
version of The Secret is messed up.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like it was more of a... I mean, he stopped even trying after 8 years, so he
And
spent
the
7...
kid was what, 13, 14?
there,
when
he got
stopped
locked
trying?
up. Oh, when he stopped trying, yeah. Yeah, that's about a... he could be as young as 13, 8 years from there, so...
and he says he's just been in like a single room.
Yes.
Like he's been in solitary the whole time and he hadn't said anything. And so like what's Loomis just been doing? Like just poking him with something? Like
Clearly.
talk!
I feel like, yeah, holding his face up against a griddle.
Yeah.
And teaching him how to drive, allegedly? Someone else
guess.
taught him how
Yeah,
to drive.
somebody-
Doing perfectly well last night.
Yeah, man. Loomis is the real villain in this
Loomis
story.
is kind of a piece of shit.
He certainly did not prevent Michael
He
Myers.
may have created him pretty much, because this is like the actions of like a messed up kid who maybe doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
But post Loomis, no excuse.
Yeah.
No, none whatsoever.
It almost makes, if the movie like owned that, it's almost more interesting if Loomis is like, I've made a horrible mistake.
Yeah.
And just trying to cover his own ass.
Yep. Anyways, let's keep going.
And doesn't even obey handicapped parking signs.
Come on, Doc.
Create an unstoppable killing machine? Okay, fine. But you were parked outside a medical facility, sir. Where is your placard?
Dick.
So strap
weird-
in with one of the
just take
greatest
the sign
horror
down.
films of all time. From Carpenter's masterfully tense directing and original score, to Deborah Hill's razor-focused writing and production, to Jamie Lee Curtis's star turn against a brand new horror icon. Just be sure to follow the upcoming sequel's lead and pretend none of the other movies ever happened. Trust us.
What mode is the Squizod?
Yes.
Can we just say,
Starring-
pause, we went through 4 clips that all equally could have been
So
used
many
there,
choices.
Yeah.
all involving
Oh, yeah.
Busta Rhymes.
My favorite is the toast.
The
That
toast
made it
is-
into Cram It. The perfectly normal human dialogue that a human would say that they put in the script for that toast.
It's like they wrote half of it and then either he forgot or they forgot to write the rest of the toast because he gets through half the toast and then he just starts, I don't know, jazzing it and just scat word to word, just like beep, boop,
But
boop,
not
boop.
in the good Busta Rhymes.
No.
Like,
Yeah, not like the beginning of any song where he's just yelling the name
No.
of the other Flip Mode Squad members and
just
what year it is.
improv. It's just complete word salad. It's amazing.
It's like, you're an MC, like, just freestyle.
Yeah.
Like, don't freestyle that.
Please
No,
don't. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Sorry, Busta
The
Bus.
Shape of Slaughter. Laurie strode up to the wrong house, that's for sure. Huh? Right? This guy knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, jokes are fun. Dr. Evil. Casey Affleck. The old man who knows the town's dark secret.
Charlie Bones. He got himself a hacksaw, and he kissed his wife and his 2 children goodbye, and then he proceeded. Where are we? Huh?
The horny friend. The somewhat less horny, but still kinda horny friend. And the mystery creeper in the back seat of this car while Michael
Yeah,
drives.
they break the
Hey, look
POV
out.
thing.
There's someone
It's
else
really
in the back of the car.
for that
It's
shot.
probably Loomis.
working together.
Adventures in babysitting.
Two Michaels.
Two Michael theory
That's
confirmed.
right.
You know what the real horror is? Living in a home where your parents only buy you the Kirkland Select knockoff comic books.
Laser Man, Neutron Man, I can understand why. Tarantula Man.
Worst cinematic universe ever.
These are all coming to Netflix.
Yeah. I've always, in rewatching, I'm always like, come on.
Yeah.
Do one more pass on those.
Aren't you allowed to mention
Neutron Man.
other IPs? Like, you can... No? You can't even
don't-
say Superman
I don't-
in your movie?
I don't know if you can, but they just felt a little, Laser Man.
Yeah.
Come on. At least like the Incredible.
All right, movie
I mean,
fight.
there has been a Laser Man.
Movie fight. Who would win a fight, Neutron Man or Laser Man?
Well, obviously Laser Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, you have Neutron Man, Joe.
Well, here's the thing. The biggest weakness for Neutron Man, and I know I'm throwing in the towel here, is while Neutron had a lot of really cool effects and I love the score really kind of carries the movie and doesn't really capture the old feel of Ultron. So
Yeah, who
I'd
could
go
forget the Neutron Man theme?
with- yeah. It was just a bunch of techno sounds.
All right. Okay, I'm
Because
gonna
it's
I'm gonna give the point to Dan.
yeah.
Thank you.
It's because I was making a Tron joke.
Neutron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
You know, that amazing. You know, when they're on the light bikes and
Yeah.
it's like, it's all badass and they're throwing laser frisbees at each other and the music's all like, wow, wow. Yeah.
Perfect.
Tron.
All right, let's watch some deleted scenes.
And only targeting suburban teenagers. In fact, where are all the adults in this town? No one helps?
Man, please help me!
No one ever calls the cops? I guess a secret druid cult isn't so weird after all.
To whom we
where they all
offer
were.
this
The Eyes Wide Shut orgy.
sacrifice of innocent blood.
Yeah,
Only letting
it's very strange when you think about it. Because Michael's parents, the night that he kills his sister, gone with a babysitter, and then 2 kids across the street from each other also gone with the babysitters. The parent, not a costume party, because the parents are not leaving in costume. Where are the adults of Haddonfield going every Halloween night?
I think
and
they're
what are
in
they
on it,
doing?
and they're all members of a death/sex cult because the cop is Linda's dad or Annie's dad.
Annie's dad is the police, is
yeah,
the sheriff.
that's
yes.
her dad. The cop has been going around all day with Dr. Loomis saying like, there's a murderer on the loose. Like he's
like, I'll give you.
He's going to kill tonight.
Yeah.
He doesn't tell his daughter. Isn't like, hey, don't go babysitting tonight. Like, or just keep a lookout for any weird large men wandering around.
He's also really reluctant with Loomis too. Like there's the face of evil coming to your suburbs tonight, Sheriff. And he's like, I'll give you 10 minutes.
Yeah. But he gives him like all night, but still never takes him seriously. Like they spend the day together pretty much.
They really do. I want to see more of that. Just like, because there have to be moments where
Loomis and Brackett.
They're like grabbing coffee, like just taking a break.
One's a small town cop in over his own head. The other is a sociopath.
So how long have you been a psychiatrist?
Yeah.
Can you look at a thing on my arm? It's like, I'm not that kind of doctor.
How do you take your coffee, Dr. Loomis? Black, like the dark pools of the evil being who was
the child's eyes
coming to your town. Okay, all right. I have a second theory for where the adults are going in Haddonfield. I believe that there's a very healthy swinger scene happening in Haddonfield, and that obviously there's a key party situation.
The children do take
100%.
after their parents in that way because
This is a
everyone's
very horny
so
town,
horned up.
obviously.
All anyone talks about is the potential to have sex, why they're not having sex, why haven't they had sex
When
yet?
will they?
Have you had too much sex or not
Where?
enough? Yeah, where?
I think that's where they all are.
Yeah, horny town.
I think it's a big old
Horny
swingers
town.
party. All I'm saying is I think Laurie Strode, Michael Myers might not be the only brother she has in that town. I think that's a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the second one, okay, yeah, I put it together. All right, keep going.
Final virgin girls survive. And stigmatizing the mentally ill as violent threats who need to be locked away. Kinda did too good of a job with that last one. Like what Jaws did to sharks.
Killed a lot of sharks.
Starring Killiam Shatner, William Stabber, Slew Laurie,
Like Hugh
The
Laurie.
Virgin Homicide,
Get it?
The Hippocratic Oath,
Yeah.
Single and Ready to Strangle, Annie Chokley, and definitely stick with a mask.
Yeah, I would not.
Won't you flee,
weird.
my neighbor?
Yeah.
Sister Hacked, Killy on the street.
Almost.
Anyone else think it'd be scarier if the shape was actually Michael Myers?
Sure.
Fun fact. We're the very first people to have ever come
No
up
one's
with that
ever
joke.
noticed that before.
No, we created the joke, but then we let other people have it by cutting it out of the trailer.
Yes.
Years ago.
They have similar names. Do you know that?
It's-
Mike Myers and Michael Myers
The interesting thing about the two of them is that they
have similar names. And this concludes my podcast on Halloween. I've done an investigation of deep into the history of it. Concluded they have similar names. That's the kind of hard-hitting reporting you can expect.
I just remember. I remember there was Break, and
Yeah.
I think it came out on. I think it went out on Break, or maybe it went out on Screen Junkies. Way back when I started working here, they were doing a "What if Michael Myers was Mike Myers?" or "What if Mike Myers was Michael Myers?" supercut while I was editing on his trailer. So I just remember thinking how happy I was that I didn't have to do that.
Come on.
I think we just put one out on Facebook last week.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Did we?
Just his face
Oh.
popping out and going, Shagadelic!
Yep.
Yeah!
All right, fair enough. I'm not against it. I was just glad that I had other things to work on.
Yeah.
What the thing I find funny about it is that anytime anyone does that bit, it's only Austin Powers.
Yes,
There's no.
That's true.
There's
There's
no
no
get in my
schwing.
belly. There's no schwing. There's
just
no
Austin Powers.
Love Guru.
Yeah, there's no love
Let's
guru.
do that, but it's all Love
no
Guru.
Scottish dad from Sorry
from
Mary
Sorry,
Max
Max Murderer.
It's like an orange on a toothpick.
It's
No
like
Shrek.
Sputnik. Yeah, no Shrek. No Sprockets guy. That
Dieter.
guy.
Dieter.
No Dieter.
Simon.
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
It sounds like there's a lot still to be tapped in this genre.
There is.
Of Mike Myers as Michael Myers.
Next Halloween, I think we're the ones to own it.
We're going to make the Citizen Kane of Mike Myers. What if was Michael Myers?
Absolutely.
Facebook top 10 videos.
we are.
It's gonna
And
be
we'll
incredible.
make a reaction video to that.
Yep.
Please.
And
gonna be
then
amazing.
The
Can't
content snake will eat its own tail.
Yep.
And we'll summon
world
our
will
dark
end.
god to enact vengeance. Great.
We will use the powers of Samhain. I got corrected on the pronunciation of
Oh,
that.
you're sowy about that one.
Samhain and Celtic druid mythology, and we'll all get sucked into Stonehenge. I think that's how that works.
Cool. All right. Well, just in case that doesn't happen, come back next week where we've got a good one next week.
Oh, that's right.
This is pretty fun.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, gosh, how should we tease this?
How do we? It's another foray into the small screen.
Yes, televised.
Certainly a hallmark of our childhoods.
Yeah.
Do we do the... No, that's not a good enough hint.
No.
Are we doing Keyboard Cat?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's not your clue, but we can't resist.
I'm trying to just think of better clues. Man,
we're gonna need a detective to pick up the trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your clue.
Ha!
All right. See you here, same time. Yeah, same place, new day. Sure, we'll stick with that. Bye. Thanks for watching.
Bye.